To speak Spanish anywhere in the world, it's really nice because you learn the formal Spanish, but every Spanish country has a different kind of pronunciation or different kind of specific native Spanish.
A trabajar, carajo, y a sacar este país adelante. A trabajar, carajo.
Hola, pura vida, mae! This is Hector. Welcome to my channel Costa Rica to know more things about our country, Costa Rica. Let's go! And muchachos and muchachas, I am very nice today. I feel very energetic, so let's go to talk about our Costa Rican Spanish. In my rankings of the better Spanish, I have this. Costa Rica is the best one because we use usted. It's a medium level when you are in any conversation, so you can use usted anywhere. So Costa Rica. Colombia, they have a really nice Spanish. Colombia and Venezuela, they use tú everywhere, formal or informal. Also, Mexico and Spain. In my point of view, of course, this is my opinion. I expect everybody to advise me, to recommend me, well, your own ranking. I have to be honest, today we are not going to have a Spanish lesson. We are going to talk about curious things, random things from the Costa Rican Spanish. So let's see how works the Spanish pronunciation in Costa Rica, because sometimes when you learn Spanish in other countries, they teach you to pronounce formal Spanish. Although in Costa Rica, here we have our own Spanish, our own pronunciation. And it's because if you travel around Latin America, you will see everywhere, everybody, every country will have a specific pronunciation, specific words. For example, from Mexico, you will find at the end a kind of singing little ending. Then if you go to Central America, sometimes they avoid to pronounce the R instead the R. They complete the word using else. If you go to other part of Latin America, they will be doing approximately the same, or sometimes it's different. For example, some countries use vos, like in Spain, tú, like in Colombia, or usted. In Costa Rica, we use usted. Curious data about the Spanish, we can find in Costa Rica one of the good Spanish among the Spanish speaker countries. We can mention, for example, Costa Rica. In my point of view, of course, I am Costa Rican. I'm going to defend my Spanish until the end. Okay, so the Costa Rican Spanish, in my point of view, is the best one because we use usted. We don't use tú. We don't use vos. Vos using v. It's used in a kind of a very high formal way. Usted, it's used in a medium level formal way. And tú is just a kind of way that you use probably with your family, and sometimes in a whole country everybody use tú everywhere around the country in any conversation, formal or non-formal. You know, even for me sometimes it's hard to understand Spanish words from other countries because they have a kind of different pronunciation or slangs, you know. I even understand. So today, as I told you, we have now some curious things from the Costa Rican Spanish. I should teach Spanish, you know, I could be a good Spanish teacher. H is never pronounced. Never if it is in the beginning, never if it is in the middle of the word. So you never pronounce the H. For example, when you say hola, you don't pronounce the H. For example, when you say zanahoria, ñ. It's similar to an N, but this one has a kind of symbol, a wavy symbol on the N. So, like when you pronounce piña, pineapple, piña. Or when you pronounce piñata. This one is pronounced easily. You have to pronounce exactly the same when you say Sauvignon. The wine, Sauvignon, yes, it's the same. To talk about the V and V's in Costa Rica. You know, I never pronounced V's in Costa Rica since I was a kid. No, I have to say, for example, Victor, Vaca, Vanessa, and things like that. vino, I never have to pronounce this. No. Because if I pronounce this, in my country, with my friends, they will be saying, hey, this person, this buddy, he's a stranger, you know, he's a random person. Because in Costa Rica, since you're a kid, you never pronounce V. Only B. That's why, if you go around Costa Rica, everybody will be saying, una vaca. Hey, Victor, instead Victor. So, every time, when you hear Costa Rican, we never pronounce V's. Only B's, alright? But in our grammar, we are obligated to write correctly this when you are writing. Costa Rican Spanish is tricky. And this one is sometimes confusing. If you are traveling in Costa Rica, you will be hearing people never pronouncing Z. No, we don't have Z's in our pronunciation, only when we write grammar, you know. So when you hear people saying zapato instead zapato, zopilote, no, sopilote, zanahoria, zanahoria, no. So we never pronounce Z, no, only S. Alright, so this one, it's a kind of way how to clarify why in Costa Rica people don't use the Z and S. No, it's because we have this naturally. We are random if we pronounce correctly the same phoneme from the word. Very confusing for some people learning to speak Spanish. R. You know, when you pronounce, for example, carro. Yes, R. When you roll the R in your tongue. Carro. In Costa Rica, we have 3 ways of pronunciation for this letter R. The first one is the normal. What you learn when you are in the school in a Spanish lesson. Carro. The second one is like the English R. Carro. And then the third one, it's when there is one R at the end of the words. For example, verbs in Costa Rica always are ending in R. Let's say one verb, amar. Sometimes you hear people, especially from the countryside, and they say amarse. Instead of R, they change it for a kind of SH pronunciation, like when you say wish, amarse. So you know it's the same R. And this one, it's other confusing one. I would like to help just to understand the Spanish, you know, because it's random sometimes to hear people just with different pronunciation in my same country, you know. Muchachos and muchachas, remember this channel is to know just more little things about our country, Costa Rica. That's why we are trying to clarify our pronunciation in Costa Rica. If we see around the Latin American countries, they have their own pronunciation. But I would like to focus this in Costa Rica. So remember, H, no sound. Ñ, like in piña. You have to pronounce like in Sauvignon. Then V, Victor. Vanessa. No, we never pronounce V. I have to say Victor, Vanessa. Also, Z. We never pronounce Z. I have to say zapato, sopilote, zanahoria. Pura vida. Random V. Victor, vaca, vino, Vanessa. Random. V. See, V. Easy or hard? Z. Pez, zanahoria, zapato, sopilote. Cazar. Cazar. Cazar, hunting. R. Carro, chorro, terreno. Carro, chorro, terreno. Carro, chorro, terreno. Weird.
A trabajar, carajo, y a sacar este paisaje.